Hey guys, it's Melanie. Happy Saturday and welcome back to another weekly home fragrance roundup. I hope you guys had a fantastic week. If this is your first weekly home fragrance roundup here, first of all, welcome. This video goes up every single Saturday and it's basically just an opportunity for me to casually chit chat about all of the home fragrance that I was using around the house over the course of the past week. So what I was burning, what I was melting, what I was crocking, what I was lamping. If you are curious about where to find any of the home fragrance products that I'm mentioning, I always link where you can find them in the description box down below. In fact, that description box is a whole plethora of information. I will always list the candle sales that are happening at my personal favorite candle companies down there. There's some discount codes down there. There are links to some other videos that are home fragrance related that might be helpful to you. For example, if you don't know what a candle crock or a candle lamp is, or you don't know how to use them, or you don't know which one you should pick, check out the Candle Crock and Candle Lamp 101 video down there. But yeah, lots and lots of information down there, so feel free to check that out. But yeah, you guys, we have a lot to discuss from this past week. So we're gonna get started with the usual tour of what is currently burning around the house right now. So let's dig into that and then we'll meet back here and discuss all of these other candles and wax melts and whatnot from the past week. So let's get into it. Burning on the entryway table is Bath & Body Works Vanilla Balsam. This is hands down my favorite holiday tree scent from Bath & Body Works. I like their regular balsam as well, but I think when you pair vanilla with a tree note, whether it's balsam, pine, fir, Fraser, whatever it is, I just think it makes the most beautiful, cozy, and inviting holiday fragrance. This for me is definitely a staple. Now I'm lucky to have a couple of backups of this one that I can enjoy this holiday season, but I don't know if Bath & Body Works is bringing this one back this year. I have my fingers crossed that they do because I'd love to have another. But yeah, if you have any insider information about whether Vanilla Balsam is coming back this year or not, it would be greatly appreciated. Yeah, as far as I know, it's not available right now, and I have not heard any rumblings myself about whether it's back, but to be completely honest, I don't immerse myself in the Bath & Body Works candle world as much as I used to. So yeah, if you have any information, let me know. But if this does ever come around again, I honestly cannot recommend it highly enough. I adore this one, and yeah, I'll definitely burn the backups that I have this year and maybe just keep my fingers crossed that they will bring it back. But there's a couple of other companies that have made similar fragrances as well. So you can probably find a vanilla balsam or vanilla pine combo elsewhere. But I think that Bath & Body Works did this one extremely well. So big fan, and wish that I could get some more right now. So anyway, let's move on. All right, I thought I'd just show you guys where Penny hangs out all day. I get a lot of questions about why Penny doesn't really get featured in more of my videos sometimes. It's because she's lazy. She doesn't want to get up off the couch. That spot right there, that's her spot. That's where she lives. And she loves it. So Alf, on the other hand, is much more of a mama's boy. In fact, as I am walking around filming these little vignettes for you, he just follows me around. So he took his place up on the couch there so that he could hang out while I tell you what is burning on the coffee table in here. So let's check it out. See if the camera will focus here. All right, we are enjoying Bath & Body Works Pumpkin Pecan Waffles in here. Honestly, this is a really great combo with Vanilla Balsam. I don't just love pumpkin pecan waffles. Oh, focus, please. Please focus. Oh, sorry about that. I don't just enjoy this fragrance in the fall. I also really like it during the holidays as well. This is actually my last backup, so I hope that it wants to cooperate in terms of burning past the halfway point. We'll see. I mean, no big loss if it doesn't. I'll just pop it into a candle crock, but I don't know. I love this one so much. And I am definitely one of those people that takes this one from basically September through the end of December. So if I can get my hands on more of it, I'll definitely grab another one or two, but I'm not sure it's super readily available right now. So, but anyway, that is what what Penny is enjoying in the family room here as she takes her, I don't know, 10th nap of the afternoon. All right, let's move on. Okay, before we move on to what I'm burning in the kitchen, I wanted to show you guys the Scentsy warmer that my bestie Lisa gifted me for my birthday. I actually opened this on camera with you guys a couple of weeks ago, and I have been loving this thing. It is so fun, so festive. It just reminds me of my love of snow globes when I was a kid. I used to love snow globes. I just thought they were so beautiful. And this one here, honestly, takes me back to being like a 7-year-old girl again. The glitter just floats so perfectly around the little snowman family. I love the scene. And also the performance of this warmer is fantastic. So I don't know if it's sold out or if it's still available. Check with your consultant. But I think this is one of the most stunning pieces that I have seen from Scentsy for the holidays. It is absolutely gorgeous, and I cannot get over how perfectly that glitter swirls around. It's just, man, mwah, chef's kiss. I adore it. Anyway, let's move on to the kitchen. On the kitchen island is my Kringle collab candle vintage pomander. I am at, how far am I? Okay, I've got about a quarter of this one left. I am plowing through this vintage pomander. I pretty much light it every single day. It goes really well with a lot of the other scents that I'm burning right now. But I really, really love it alongside the Voluspa Noble Fir Garland, which you see in the big Chester Hurricane there. I get a lot of questions about this Hurricane, by the way, you guys. This is the now discontinued Chester Hurricane from Pottery Barn. If you want something that is somewhat similar, I would say check out the Daphne Hurricane from, sorry, I need to set this back down here. Check out the Daphne Hurricane from Pottery Barn, but also go to your local Home Goods, go to Marshall's, go to TJ Maxx, go to Ross. There are some absolutely stunning hurricanes available at the discount stores. You don't have to pay Pottery Barn prices. And honestly, I did not pay Pottery Barn prices for the Chester Hurricanes that I have. I snagged all of mine when they were on clearance. So they were being discontinued by Pottery Barn and I just jumped at the chance. So they're definitely prized pieces for me and they do work incredibly well. And I love that I can put that big fat Voluspa candle in there and it fits so perfectly. Just so you guys know, the Voluspa hearth candles don't need a hurricane. The glass is nice and thick, and so they burn fine on their own, but I just really like the look of the Noble Fir Garland with this particular hurricane. But anyway, I'm not even burning that right now, but I am enjoying the vintage pomander, which we all know is one of my holy grails. So let's move on and see what I have in my candle crock in the laundry room. All right, welcome to the laundry room where I have one of my 3 super active candle crocks. This one here has the Kringle Cypress and Cinnamon in it. So I just reviewed this candle a little bit earlier this week. And after I filmed the review, I decided to go ahead and pop it into this candle crock here because I had taken the Frosted Spice out. And oh my gosh, putting this in here was probably the best decision of the month. You guys, this fills almost the entire downstairs of my house. I can smell this at my front door. And listen, this laundry room, hold on, let me put this thing up here because I'm gonna hit my head on it. This laundry room is kind of isolated in the back of our house, and it's also it's a laundry room, so it's not super big, but so that is a hallway that kind of weaves around, and this thing escapes this room so easily. I'm telling you, this is a powerhouse. It is an absolute powerhouse. Let me get you around here again. So if you are, listen, I thought the candle had great strength and throw when it was lit. I had no issues with the strength and throw of this one, but I really enjoy the fragrance. And so I thought, well, maybe I'll extend the life of my enjoyment by just being able to smell it 24/7 for like the next week or week and a half or 2 weeks. Honestly, this one is so strong that I think I will definitely have this in here for at least another week and a half. It's such a beautiful scent. If you don't want to purchase the jars, it is available in the daylights. It is available in the wax melts. Definitely snag it in the wax melts. This is absolutely perfect. Like I said, I did do an in-depth review of this one, so if you want to reference that, I believe that I uploaded that video maybe on Wednesday or Thursday of this week, or Tuesday. Gosh, I can't remember. It's a little bit of a crazy work week for me, so I don't remember what went up this week. But anyway, this is perfect, and I'm glad I decided to sacrifice it to this crock because I love that this is the background scent for everything going in the house right now. It is perfect. All right, let's move upstairs. Here in the master bedroom, I am currently melting Kringle Reserve Speakeasy, which was such a beautiful, pleasant surprise for me from this latest Kringle Reserve launch. I think this one is definitely one of my favorites. It is a beautiful fragrance that does have a little bit of a boozy note to it, but it's not crazy overwhelming. And it also has this really delicious like fruitiness running throughout it. Check out my in-depth review. It is linked in the Kringle and Country Candle playlist here on my main channel. If you're curious about any of my Kringle or Country Candle reviews, check out that playlist. There are so many videos in there now. So if there is a Kringle fragrance that you're curious about, I bet you that I probably have a review of it. So check that out. But this particular crock here is also one of my favorites. It is the ivory one that I have linked in the description box. It's super affordable. It gives a great performance and it's really nice and neutral. A lot of the crocks that I see out there have inspirational quotes or they're just kind of kitschy looking. Not really my aesthetic vibe, but the neutral ones that I have linked down below are really beautiful. They're a little bit more simple and they kind of blend in with your decor a little bit. So if you're in the market, check out either of those candle crocks. And let's go ahead and pop into the last bedroom here that I want to show you guys and see what I am melting in that candle crock. In this candle crock, I have Country Candle Here Comes Santa Claus, which I also recently reviewed. I burned this one just past the halfway point and needed another candle to pop into this crock up here. So I went ahead and landed on Here Comes Santa Claus. And I tell you what, I think I actually like this one better when it's melting versus burning. When this one is burning, it smells like a more like cool outdoorsy type of holiday tree scent. But when I just melt all of the wax at once, which is what happens when you put your candles into a crock. By the way, if you are not familiar with candle crocks or candle lamps, if you don't know anything about them, check out the description box. There's a link down there for the, what did I call it? The Candle Crock and Candle Lamp 101 video. That explains both of these accessories to you in depth, and it might help you decide which one you are more interested in. The crock is definitely a little bit less maintenance, but it does melt all of the wax at once, and it does make it to where you can no longer relight that candle if you wanted to. With your lamps, you are able to do that, at least for, I would say, like the first half. But once your wax liquefies all the way to the bottom, it can cause that the wick clips to become loosened. And if those are kind of floating around and they get too close to the edge of the glass or the jar, if you will, if you light that wick, it can potentially cause the glass to crack. Not a guarantee, but you really should not have your wicks right next to your glass, your container. So it's just a safety thing. But personally, I love both the Crocs and the lamps, but you know, you might have different requirements in terms of what you're willing to put up with. I don't mind the maintenance of a lamp, having to pour that wax off. There is also, by the way, a video about what I do with my leftover wax, so check that out. But anyway, let's get back to this fragrance here. It's wonderful. But again, I like it a lot better in the Croc. I think it just warms up those holiday tree notes a little bit more, and it just smells a little bit more cozy. But anyway, let's head downstairs and see what else I was burning and melting this week. I hope you guys enjoyed that little tour of what's currently happening around the house. It smells like an absolute holiday wonderland in here, and it makes me really happy. So anyway, before we dig into what else I was burning and melting this past week, just a quick announcement. I do have a sneak peek for you guys that will be going live later on today of the HomeWorx and Elton John collection. HomeWorx was kind enough to send me one of the candles as well as the advent calendar. Now, I have not really stuck my nose in these yet, so I will definitely be taking you guys through all of these fragrances. The advent calendar has the small sizes of all of the scents, so I want to sniff through all of them with you and talk about the fragrance notes. I'm going to film this video right after this one here. So, and then, like I said, it'll go live a little bit later on today. So if you're curious about any of my impressions of some of these scents, stay tuned for that. And a big thanks to HomeWorx for sending this out. I was really excited to get that package, and I personally am a huge Elton John fan. So I think this collaboration is really neat. And I'm going to be placing an order for at least one of the like larger 80-ounce jars myself. I have a feeling that it might be the Tangerine Palazzo one. As soon as I saw that one, I was like, yeah, that speaks to me. And I think it'll also be a great fragrance to transition into after the holidays. So anyway, we will discuss this Elton John HomeWorx collection here a little bit later on today. But let's dig into what else I was burning and melting this past week first. All right, let's get started with the candles that I actually finished this week. So this first one here, she got a little schmutzy, but I'm not surprised because it's a Nest candle, and that does happen with these. I was not paying attention during the last burn and let this one go a little bit longer than it probably should have. I usually have the best luck with Nest candles in this 8-ounce format. When I purchase the 3-wick candles, they get really dirty and kind of gross at about the halfway point. And that does not typically happen with the 8-ounce jars, so I just tend to stick with these. This is actually their spiced orange and clove, which is technically discontinued, but is currently available at Nordstrom Rack. So I will link this at Nordstrom Rack in the description box down below. They have a few different formats, but I'm telling you right now, stick with the 8-ounce, the 3 wicks. I don't know. I mean, it's available at a good price point, and if you want to risk it, go ahead. But I have had the 3-wick of the spiced orange and clove, and it got pretty dirty and gross, like I said, at the halfway point. So anyway, this one went just a little bit long during the last burn, and you can see it got a little bit discolored here at the top. That doesn't usually happen with these, but I honestly wasn't watching this one very closely, and it was probably going for about like 7 hours one day. So my bad on that one. But I love this scent. You guys know how I feel about orange pomander fragrances, and that one is really, really good. So if you want to get your hands on it, like I said, I'll link it down below. Another candle that I finished this week, I actually put this into my candle crock in the upstairs back bedroom. This is the Aromatherapy Vanilla and Patchouli from Bath & Body Works. Man, I love this scent. If I can get my hands on more of this in the future, I absolutely will. This one is gorgeous. It's really simple. It's basically just vanilla and patchouli for the most part. I think there's like a little bit of sandalwood mixed in there as well. It is so relaxing, so soothing. It's just a beautiful scent. So if you ever see that, I'm telling you, get it. It is delightful. All right, here is, oh, I love this. This is the HomeWorx Fig Marmalade. I'll link this one down below. It is still available in, I think it's, don't quote me, check out the description box. There is a duo available at clearance price at QVC. Snag it if it's still available. If you loved Bath & Body Works Brown Sugar and Fig, you're gonna like this Fig Marmalade. Man, I loved it. It had a pretty good burn. The last burn was a little sketch, but it was fine. Like I said, it was the very last burn. So this one had a great strength and throw, and the fragrance, I love the scent. This is absolutely perfect, and I hope that Harry is considering keeping this one around long term. I've got my fingers crossed. If he doesn't, I'll be super bummed. So what else did I finish this week? Oh, I just finished this last night, you guys. This is my beloved Christmas stroll. So I burned this one all the way down. This one did not go into a candle crock at any point because I just burned fine. And most of my Kringle candles burn fine anyway, but sometimes I will put them into a crock to kind of prolong my enjoyment with them. But I do have a couple backups of Christmas stroll, so I'll just burn those. And yeah, if you are looking for a holiday tree scent that smells like the wreath on a front door, this is it. I was just out at a house decorating for the holidays earlier this week, and we did live wreaths for the entrance gate to their property as well as on their front door. And as I was putting those wreaths up, I was like, man, this smells exactly like Christmas stroll. So in those wreaths was balsam, pine, juniper. I think there may have also been some fir in there as well. It smelled just like this candle. It was absolutely amazing, you guys. If you've never tried Christmas stroll, you need to try it. It's perfect. Is that all of the candles? No, it's not. I also finished my beloved sprinkled macarons. It's macarons, but on here it says macaroons. Anyway, this is absolutely beautiful. It is delicious. I have backups of it, so I'll just get out a backup and continue to enjoy it. But this one burned perfectly all the way down, and yeah, I can't be without this one. Love it. I think, I don't think it's currently available. Don't quote me on that. If it is, you can save 15% on this one if you don't have any rewards available. But it is one, I think it's one of their best gourmands. I would really like to see Kringle do a like whole reserve gourmand release. I feel like they kind of try to like put a few different types of scents in each of their reserve releases, but I think it would be so amazing to have a super elevated like bakery release in the reserve line. So fingers crossed, maybe Kringle will think about doing something like that, because I would definitely invest in that myself. Okay, this is Cookies for Santa from HomeWorx, and you guys, this one, perfect. Smelled so good. It's kind of a mix between a sugar cookie and a snickerdoodle here, with maybe a hint of caramel even. It is lovely. The strength and throw, I think it was pretty decent on this one. It wasn't like spectacular, but it was enough to be noticeable. I think these Christmas and July TSVs some of them are still available on the whoa, I'm having a brain fart. It's QVC. I was gonna say QFC. QFC is a grocery store. QVC is the online retailer. But yeah, they should still have some of these TSVs available. I'm not sure about the price point now, but it's probably more than it was when it was originally released. But that's a great gourmand, and if you're in the market, I would highly recommend that one. And then the last HomeWorx candle that I finished, and I'm almost embarrassed to show her because what a mess she was at the end. Do you guys see this? Typically, I don't deal with too much of this from HomeWorx, but this one definitely got a little bit messy at the end, as you can see. This was Deck the Halls. I actually purchased this one last year. You might be thinking, where's the label? You know, all of these HomeWorx candles come with these great, beautiful labels. I didn't like the label on this one, so I just peeled it off. If you ever don't like your HomeWorx label and you just want, you know, it plain, these are shrink wrapped on, so you can see her. I can just pull that down. Just score this with a knife and it just peels right off. You don't have to deal with glue or anything like that. It just pops right off. By the way, I think I'm gonna keep this lid. This is a really cute snowflake lid. I think this will be fun for the holidays, so I'll keep that. But yeah, this one, I don't know, the last burn, like I said, was a little bit rough. Now, I may have let it go a little bit longer than I should have, but yeah, not very pretty. Should have probably kept the label on that one, but it's done, so moving on. We are now digging into just other candles I was burning this week and enjoying a little bit before work. So I worked quite a bit this past week. I leave the house typically around 9:30, but I wake up pretty early in the morning. So usually while I'm having my coffee and getting Stella ready to go to school and all of that stuff, I'll usually light either a candle or two, ones that pull out very quickly. So I'll either do my Kringles, or I'll do like a Bath & Body Works 3-wick. Those tend to give me the fastest pool. And then I will also burn in the evening when I come home from work. So yeah, but this week I was definitely feeling, the holiday vibes. So in the evenings I was burning. I needed a little bit more time for this one to pool out because this is one of the HomeWorx Luxe jars. It's one of the 80-ounce candle jars, and this is in the scent Cinnamon Vanilla. This is such a basic fragrance, but you know what? It is so well done that I decided to go ahead and purchase the Big Mama Jama from QVC. I absolutely adore this scent, and if you've never tried it, you should. I'm wondering, I'm gonna see if you guys can see it from in here. There's my dining room. Hold please. Oh, that's not gonna oh yeah, you can see it. It's in the Chester Hurricane right there. So that's a big candle. I don't like taking those out of the Hurricanes if I can at all avoid it because they're heavy. But anyway, that one has such a good burn on it, and I love the scent. Like I said, very basic, but a great fall scent and a great holiday scent. And one of the things that I like to splurge on during the holidays right now are these big, like oversized, massive candles. I'm a huge fan of them, and that was my splurge for Christmas this year. My splurge for Christmas last year was, here's the lid. This is the Voluspa, you saw this earlier in my video. This is the lid for the Voluspa Noble for Garland. First of all, look at the pattern on this glass. It is stunning. I just realized it's like embossed on the back. Apparently Voluspa was established in 1999. Man, these guys make beautiful candle jars, absolute stunners. Spendy, but are they still having the sale? I made a purchase at Voluspa. I'll show you guys a little candle haul, probably not this next week, but the following week. They were having a 20% off sale, and it's pretty rare for Voluspa to have a sale at all. So I went ahead and grabbed a couple of hearth candles that I want for next spring and summer. And then they also threw in a free candle, which was nice of them. But anyway, I love these hearth candles. If you can find a fragrance that really speaks to you, I think these are really worth investing in. They are beautiful jars, like I said. The wax is fantastic. The strength and throw from these is amazing. There's 5 wicks, so it should be. They're just stunners. They're very expensive, but you know what? If you just splurge on like 1 a year or whatever, I think it's worth it for that. So just find a scent that really speaks to you, and this Noble for Garland definitely last year was like right up my alley. So big fan. So yeah, here's my 2 big uns that I was burning this week. Ooh, look at the size difference between the 2. The Velispa is definitely a little bit larger, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Although I do love this hobnail design too from HomeWorx. I've always loved the hobnail design. All right, let's move on. Okay, here is my beloved Kringle Christmas. So this is their 4-wick format, and as you can see, I am almost done with my first one. I love this. This is 32 ounces. Yes, 32 ounces. Their regular jars, their regular 2-wick jars are 22 ounces. So 10 extra ounces in the bigger guys. These are burning for a really long time, just so you guys know. I haven't kept track exactly of the hours, but they do say that this burns up to 70 hours. I would probably definitely agree with that. Also, they pull out quite quickly. So if I wanted to, I could burn this before going to work, but I've been preferring this one in the evening. And again, if you're looking for a beautiful, very accurate holiday tree scent, I cannot recommend this one enough for you. It is absolutely gorgeous. I have a video that I put up a few weeks ago about the best holiday tree scents for your home, especially if you do fake trees like I do. I have one in front of me, I have one behind me, I have one in the dining room, I have a tree in the kitchen. If you're curious about my my home decor, I actually have a video series that's going live starting this next Monday, the week of Thanksgiving, where I take you guys through the decorating of the different areas of my house. I just call it my Decorate With Me series. So if you're curious about that, that is actually what's going up this next week during the week of Thanksgiving. So follow along if you're interested. Make sure you're subscribed. Those videos will pop up in your subscription feed. But anyway, this definitely gives me the real tree scent that I'm missing by having all of these fake trees. But with these fake trees, there's no mess. I love no mess. So the fragrance, the Christmas Stroll and the Christmas are somewhat similar to each other, but I would definitely recommend getting both. They're actually really nice when they're burning together, so you don't necessarily need both, but I do think they're both lovely. The Christmas Stroll, as far as I know, at least since I checked yesterday, is not available in the 4-wick yet, but the Christmas is back in stock. So if you want it, you can get it. All right, let's move on. I'm almost done with my HomeWorx Under the Tree, which is another holiday tree fragrance. This is a good scent, but honestly, I can barely even smell this one at this point. I think it's pretty close to the wick clips, to be perfectly honest. This one was a little bit lighter than what I wanted it to be, but it is a lovely fragrance. So I'm gonna finish burning it. I really liked the label on this one. It's basically just some Christmas presents under the tree, so aptly named. But yeah, this one was really, really pretty. I just wish it had a little bit more oomph to it. But anyway, I'll finish it up, and then I probably won't repurchase that one. I think that HomeWorx has some other options that are a little bit stronger than that one. I did burn this once this week before going to work. I adore this fragrance, and if you have not checked this one out, I'm gonna push you to do it. Get in the wax melts, get in the daylights. I don't care how you get your hands on it. Get your hands on Christmas Time in the City. You guys know how much I hate lavender, but there is lavender in here and I freaking love it. This is a magical fragrance, and if Kringle ever does away with it, I will lead the riot. This is absolutely beautiful. There is an in-depth review of it here on my channel, so check that out. But this is one that will be a staple for me going forward. It's definitely in the Kringle. Can I put it in my top 5? Let's put it in my top 8. It's in my Kringle top 8. Okay. I also recently reviewed this finally. Listen, I really like this scent, but obviously I didn't burn it very much before reviewing it. This is Winter Iris. This is also a part of the holiday collection that launched this year. But I am just not a fan of florals for the holidays. I know some people are. There's a lot of people out there who are not seasonal burners like I am. But for me, flowers belong in the spring and a little bit in the summer, but mostly in the spring. So I actually wanted to save this one to burn after Christmas. It's a really beautiful, slightly powdery floral. The notes in here are iris blossom, sugared violet, dark fruits, vanilla, and white amber. Listen, I'm a florist. Irises don't really have a ton of fragrance to them. So I don't know that I would have named this Winter Iris per se, but violets certainly have a little bit of scent to them. And you do smell that really beautiful sugared violet in here. This is so lovely, you guys. This is a very sweet floral. So if you're into that kind of stuff, this is absolutely worth picking up. Even if you're not gonna burn it now, burn it in January, burn it in, I don't care, burn it in April, don't care. Burn it at some point when florals make sense to you, but it's a great performer and it's a really lovely floral. I want more of this. I just don't want it right now is the thing. So, but that is lovely, and that one has given me a great performance. The performance of some of the country and Kringle holiday candles this year was a little bit iffy with some of them, but that one was good. That was a good one. This one was also good, and I was really surprised by how much I liked this Blankets and Snowflakes, because this is very fresh, and I'm not usually a huge fresh person, but I like this. This kind of reminds me a little bit of a holiday version of Bath & Body Works Sweater Weather. This is really good, you guys. So fresh, so outdoorsy, so cool smelling. But even though I don't normally gravitate towards these cooler, fresher scents, this one speaks to me. I don't know why, but it does. So the notes in here are fougere. I know, my French is atrocious. Well, judge. People judge, so judge away. But I dare you to say it. Did you take 1 year of French in high school like I did? My French teacher is probably so disappointed in me. All right, so fougere, fresh, cashmere, spice, floral, sandalwood, and musk. I already have an in-depth review of this one, so check it out if you're interested in it, but I have been loving it. It is delightful. Now, this one here, I haven't been the biggest fan of, but Stella actually mentioned that she likes this one. So if my daughter makes an effort to comment on certain home fragrances, I definitely will light them, you know, when she's coming home from school so that she can smell something that she likes when she walks in the door. I don't really particularly care for this one, but she really liked it. But I wanted to show you guys, my wicks are starting to separate again, which is so funny. Do you see how close those are? Look at those wicks. What is happening here? Now, when I was reviewing this one, the wicks were actually so close together that it just looked like one wick. But now I can see them starting to separate again a little bit. I think these wick clips were just placed a little bit too close together when they were glued in the bottom of the jar. Now, luckily they're right in the middle, so it's fine. It's not like it created like this huge flame or anything like that. And it's been burning great. There's a little bit of wax that I'm seeing on the side there, but for the most part, you can see this one pulled out very evenly and burned great despite this one wick issue here. But yeah, this is the first time that I've noticed something like this with a Kringle candle. Usually the wicks are, let me show you how they're normally separated. Let's take a look at this Blankets and Snowflakes so you can see the difference. That is proper wick placement. This is not. But again, still burning fine, so we're just gonna go with it. Anyway, Stella likes this fragrance, so I burn it for her when she comes home from school. Okay, and she's home from school all next week because it's Thanksgiving break, so we might actually finish this one. All right, let's talk wax melts, you guys. This Scentsy Brick, gone already. This is so good. If you haven't tried this, you must try the Warm Winter Night. Ooh, this is so beautiful. I love this one. I'll have the notes going across the screen here, but it's just such a warm, cozy, it's like a slight gourmand. It's just really, really It's lovely. Not that I want to put it in my club, but I did really enjoy this one, and I think I might, if they're still available, I might buy a backup of this one for sure. This is Wrapped in Lights, and this one has a little bit more of a fruity vibe to it. I don't actually, did I use this one this week at all? I think this might still be in here from last week. Maybe I did in a couple of my warmers. Anyway, for what it's worth, there's pomegranate in here, there's apple, there's cinnamon. It's lovely. But I think I actually like the warm winter night a little bit more. But if you're into pomegranates and with a little bit of spice, I think you're gonna enjoy this one for sure. Okay, what else was I burning? No, what else was I melting this week? Okay, only these two. Listen, I was a little lazy in terms of changing out my wax, but also I did use this whole thing here. So I only have a couple of smaller bars. This Sparkling Spice Citrus, I think I might have to put this one in my club. And I think I'll also put this one in my club again at the end of this holiday season. This is Raw Plum, which is really hard for me to say 10 times fast. But it is, oh, this plum, this might be my favorite plum. This is so sweet. It has a little bit of like a tartness to it as well. This is the perfect holiday plum, you guys. It's got a little bit of like a holiday spice note to it as well. It is, listen, try it. You're not gonna hate it. If you hate this, what's wrong with you? I'm kidding. You can dislike whatever you want. You don't have to like what I like. But I think that's really beautiful and definitely worth trying. If you have a Scentsy consultant already, get a sample from them. I'm telling you, that you'll probably immediately put together like a 6-pack of just Raw Plum. And this one here, the Sparkling Spice Citrus. This is such a beautiful citrus. It's a really fresh, juicy orange note with the perfect amount of spice. There's some cinnamon in here. There's a little bit of nutmeg in here. It's just the epitome of the holidays. Listen, this definitely also has a touch of clove as well. So it does kind of lean a little orange pomander-y, but not like full orange pomander. I think it's a little different from what I expect orange pomander to smell like. But I think this is really a lovely scent, and it's one that I think might be club worthy for me. I just really like this one a lot. I think I might have 1 or 2 more bars. I hope I have 1 or 2 more bars. Worst case scenario, I place another order, but yeah, I do want more of this anyway, so maybe I'll just do a 6-pack of this. This is delightful. I'm telling you, it's worth checking out. Again, if you have a consultant, get a sample from them. It is gorgeous. And that is everything that I have for you this week. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this video ready to go for tomorrow, and then I'm gonna come back in here and you'll see me again in the same getup here so that we can discuss this amazing Elton John collection. And also, while I'm editing this video, I think I'm gonna place my order because I do know that Rakuten, at least today, on Friday, is 10% cash back for QVC. So I think I need to partake. All right, you guys, have a great rest of your day. Let me know what you were burning and melting and crocking and whatever else in the comments down below. I really appreciate you being here. Subscribe if you're new, give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.